Welcome to another vegan recipe edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah.
Mwah. I love you, Jeffrey Pearl.
I love you. What do we, oh, this is my favorite today.
This is your favorite. This is also what I make every Thanksgiving. Today we're going to make a raspberry cranberry vegan pie. And we were supposed to have dinner guests last night, but that didn't happen. So I didn't make it, but I'm making it tonight. And basically what I love about this is a 4 to 5 ingredient recipe. That's it. It's so simple. And, you know, I'm going to call this, semi-homemade, semi from scratch, because I am not going to make my pie crust. This company, Immaculate, does a much better job than I would do. If you are on a no oil type of program, this product does have oil in it. So you're going to want to skip the crust and maybe do some sort of...
What kind of oil? Like it's a vegetable oil?
It's got a vegetable oil, and I believe there's maybe some palm oil in there as well. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. But it is a vegan product. Now, the other option is this is also a gluten product. So I will only be able to eat the inside of this pie, which is okay because Jeffrey loves the crust. So I've already laid out, what's great about this, it comes with two, so you'll have your bottom and your top. So I've already laid out the bottom, and I've got my raspberries here, and I have thawed them out. I just find it's a little bit easier, a little less, when the liquid, you can see that the liquid's separating. So I'll scoop it out and determine how much of that liquid I want to use.
Okay, and you're using what?
And I am using, I'm using this Cascadian Farm Organic Frozen Red Raspberries. Normally I would use fresh raspberries, but in light of what's going on in the world right now, I was not able to find fresh raspberries at the grocery store, so I felt pretty fortunate to find the frozen ones. I'm also using some whole cranberries, again organic, and I normally am not a big fan of cans, so I would usually go to Whole Foods and they have a boxed version. However, sometimes it's difficult to find. So again, I felt pretty lucky to be able to find cranberry sauce at all since it's not near the holidays. Usually I will stock up during the holidays. And then I'll be using a little bit of organic lemon juice, just a teaspoon of that, and some monk fruit. If you've not tried monk fruit, it is wonderful. Oops, let me just let this go down here for now. I just want to read real quickly about the monk fruit because I've learned this as well. So over 1,000 years ago, in remote mountain highlands of Asia, Buddhist monks achieved enlightenment through meditation, prayer, and pure living. The monks discovered a rare fruit prized for its sweetness. This secret fruit was named monk fruit and was used in elixirs to increase chi or life energy. And so it's super delicious. It has zero effect on the glycemic index. So if anybody has issues there, that's great. It's just a great alternative to sugar, and it's 1 cup of monk fruit would be equivalent to using 1 cup of sugar. Now I won't be using much of this because the cranberry sauce that I purchased does have sugar in it already. I do like this brand because sugar is not the main ingredient, cranberries are, but it still has...
I don't think we saw it up close, but that's not, what you usually use, but so for everybody seems what you use.
Exactly, and what I usually use is the Whole Foods organic boxed cranberry sauce. So this is super simple. I've got everything measured out. That's it, okay? So I am going to scoop the raspberries. Oops, I'm going to scoop them into the cranberry sauce. And the reason I'm doing it this way, and really I should have done these bowls the opposite way, so now I'm going to be in a little bit of a conundrum.
A little bit of a pickle.
A little bit of a pickle here. So the reason I do that is because I really don't want all of this juice in my pie.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is just drain a little bit, since I'm gonna have to go back to this big dish. So sometimes I make mistakes, and I think it's okay that we all know that. In cooking, anything goes. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. It's still gonna taste delicious. So I'm now going to pour the cranberry sauce in here with my raspberries. I have got about a teaspoon of the lemon juice already measured out. So I'm just going to add that in there as well. And then you really need to be somewhat gentle when you stir this. The frozen raspberries are already kind of in pieces, so it's really delicious when you can get fresh organic raspberries, but that wasn't an option. And normally I might add some organic tapioca.
I was going to ask you about that because I didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't have any.
Okay.
And again, I wasn't going to go back out and fight the crowds at the store. And I also felt that there's probably, let's see, there isn't. Sometimes there's pectin in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. It's this simple. All right.
You pour that in there, and then you're just going to put the top on. Bake it at what, 350?
Well, because we live in the altitude, I'm going to bake it at 400. And I'd actually recommend that everyone bake it at 400. Check it after about 15 minutes. And if your crust starts getting a little bit dark, you can turn it down, or you can put some parchment paper over the edge of the crust, which sometimes I'll do that. So super simple. Again, we're going to take the second one, and
Oh, this is so simple. I've never really watched you make it from start to finish as closely as this.
right?
I didn't know it was this easy, my favorite pie. Why do I have to wait so long for the next one?
Well, the reason is,
Only kidding.
you know, we don't really eat desserts all that often.
Right.
This one is a really delicious one. So this is how easy this is. Okay. And what I love about it is it does look like the crust is homemade, even though it really isn't.
Especially you get a little juice on the outside of the crust that
Yep,
makes it look.
exactly. And again, I didn't use the monk fruit in it because I had the whole cranberry sauce. But
Yeah.
if you just want to make a raspberry pie, I would add about probably 3/4 of a cup of the monk fruit into that mixture. And if you like it a little bit sweeter, you can add up to a cup. If you like it less sweet and more tart, then I would go with 1/2 cup. That's it. You do want to take a knife and make a pretty design, not because it's pretty, but so that your pie doesn't explode. That just lets the steam release. We're gonna put this in the oven. And we've got it on 400 convection bake, and you'll get to see what it looks like when it's all done if Jeffrey doesn't get to it first. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the kitchen at Copper Mountain.
That's great. Thanks.